Hey yo, hello everyone. Can I get some excitement for the Linux workshop today? Drop a emoji in the chat who are joining us from Windows. Hey Ali, hi Kevalia, hi Aman, everyone, hello. Awesome, we have so many viewers. Hey Akriti. Okay, I'm guessing you all are joining from Windows or Mac. Hi Lokesh. All right, if you're joining us from Windows or Mac today, we're gonna switch it up a little bit and we will be getting started with Linux. Not at all from mobile. That's great. Oh, fun fact, mobile also have Linux in it. It's just a bit modified, but yeah, awesome, awesome. So, um, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Till then, I'm gonna ask a quick question for you all. Um, Tell me a fact or a overhyped thing about Linux which you might have heard. I mean, when I started with Linux, the popular thing was I use Arch, by the way. So that was something overhyped, and that was something really thought as a bad thing. Linux is easy to use. It is. After this session, you'll definitely feel that Linux is easy to use. The software is free. Yep, it is free. Definitely free, and Mac OS charges for everything, but we still buy Mac. Great for developers. Yes, it is. Very friendly. Awesome, awesome. So I guess you all have some idea about Linux or heard about it, even if you did not use it. It has a penguin. Oh, so cute. Yes, it does. Definitely has a penguin. Penguin is, you can say, a mascot of Linux. Yes, I can switch distro every week. Like literally, I do it. Kali Linux is hyped in the name of hacking. Linux is for hackers. I mean, it's true. I use like Kali and Parrot. Oh, that's new. I never heard of Parrot. I might have to search it up. I really switch my distros because nothing works on my freaking laptop. So, I'm gotta get a new one. Oh, here's a shout out for Cavalier from Abhi. Amazing. We are getting shout outs for everyone. Also, Cavalier is gonna take a fun session today. So keep an eye for that. Something new soon. We are getting spoilers in chat. This is not what I expected. Cavalier, what's cooking? I wanna know. If that's a secret, we can talk later. Awesome. So we are 5 minutes in, and I see exactly five hackers today with us, which is a great number because Linux users are really like less than Windows users, obviously. So, okay, um, let's get started with Linux. So, I made this presentation keeping in mind that it's about computers. All right, today we are going to be covering about the Linux terminal, how to manage files or do file systems in your Linux machine, and how to manage permissions in your machine. So this is all we are going to covering. We will be covering today, and no, this is not all. I will actually be covering something more at the end, which is a little surprise for you all. It will be fun for sure. So, what is Linux? Who agrees with this statement, by the way? Windows is the best. I want to see if someone thinks that Windows is the best. I don't agree, obviously. There are so many amazing distros out there better than Windows, which I have explored. Oh, I'm getting some amazing slides. Appreciation. Thank you. All right, let's not get distracted. Oof. So Linux is a Unix-based operating system developed by Linus Torvalds. If you are wondering what Unix is, it is another separate story. Linux is derived from Unix. So there was some operating system way before Linux was developed, and at that time, two people came together and developed Unix. That was the first thing. And fun fact, it was not UINX, by the way, it was UINICS, but somehow it got CS into X and it became Unix. And after that, Linux came. So whenever we see that Linux is out there, we call it as open source, and there are lot of distributions. And probably people might have got confused that what are these distros even? Like, I see Ubuntu and they say this is Linux. Sometimes I see Kali and they say this is Linux and not that. What is going on? So I will explain that. Okay, distro is distribution, basically, just like OS. So when we say Windows operating system, so is distributions. uh, there are different kinds of distributions. Let's say this is an OS, but it's modified versions. Like, let's say Ubuntu, there are different types of Ubuntus there again. We have L Ubuntu, we have Debian, uh, we have Budgie. So there are different types. I will get into the details later, but that's what you have to know right now. Keep in mind that it's like an OS. Okay. So Linux was a Unix clone, although the code wasn't the same. So first things first, we'll go and see why Linux. So no, not why Linux. Where did it go? Oh, I missed a slide. No, it's there. Okay, so yep, why Linux? Oops, I'm getting confused. So why Linux, as I said, we are more familiar with all the Windows operating systems, but when you get into industry or when you get into some companies, they are totally dependent on Linux. Tell me why? Uh, because it's more reliable, it is lightweight, and the security is far more better than Windows. Windows have a huge user base. Let's say so many people use it, but since there is a little small community of Linux users, hackers won't target it so easily. And also there are linux uh, Linux distributions like Red Hat or OpenSUSE, which solely focus on making distributions for enterprises, let's say like for companies or for just for security, and they focus on all of that. So that's why most of the companies depend on Linux by nowadays, and it is also open source, so the cost for that is almost null. Some might like you might have to give some donations, or there are some Linux distros which does cost something to run servers or something like that, but not as Windows. Like, it's not very expensive, you can say. Also, so you can create your own operating system out of it, by the way. If you know, there have been a lot of operating systems which were created by contributors in open source. There was Ubuntu, and I recently saw a video on YouTube which was Ubuntu, and it's like UWU. We type it like for cute things, right? UWU. So that was created by two people who were doing open source contributions, and it was so cute. It was based on all cats. Yes, see, Ellie typed it in. UWU, and that is called Ubuntu and not Ubuntu. And it was based on anime and cats, so it was amazing to look at. And you can make your own distro like that if you want to. And what else? So if Windows matches your needs, that's okay. You don't have to change your distro. And let's see where all Linux is used. So as I told in the starting of the stream, Linux is in your smartphone. Someone joined us from their smartphones, so congratulations, you are joining us from a smartphone which uses Linux. uh, Linux is in your smartphones all, like, once my phone got like damaged inside, I don't know why, and that's when I discovered that the logo which we see, the Android logo, let's say MI or something like that, comes when we switch on, right? And that wasn't coming, and I was constantly seeing that Linux penguin. That's when I know that okay, there is Linux inside. Also, there is Linux in self-driving cars, and some refrigerators need Linux to run. Probably I don't have it at home, so yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that might be the case where some super intelligent refrigerators, which are using AIs or stuff, right, like that, might be running Linux. So coming on to Linux distribution, so please don't get confused, or please don't get overwhelmed seeing all of these names. So I think you might be familiar or even heard of the name called Ubuntu, because it's very beginner friendly, and most of them use it at the beginning when they're starting their Linux journey. I'm not sure which one is which fridges use that, but yeah, let's search about that and see later at the end of the stream. All right. So where was I? Ubuntu. You might have heard of Ubuntu. There is also some distributions called Fedora. There is Debian. There is CentOS. There is Red Hat and SUSE. So all these Linux distributions are based on the same kernel, but they vary in their own way. Let's say Fedora is very stable, and the Fedora distributions are called as spins, like the variations. It has different use cases, uh, and Ubuntu also have different distributions like Lubuntu, Xubuntu, Kylin. It's based for your needs. Like Ubuntu Studio is for people who make music, edit videos, and all. And there is Debian. Red Hat is solely focused on security and enterprises. SUSE is focused on security enterprises. Yeah, you have heard about Red Hat. Awesome. Red Hat is really popular though. But Red Hat, I don't see people using Red Hat commonly as their personal distro. It might be used very well in enterprises, and hence the name Enterprise Linux. Okay, this wasn't okay. So now that you know a little bit about Linux, those people who are joining us from Windows, yes, Red Hat is paired version, and hence it is enterprise, obviously. Okay. Uh, yeah, where was I? I'm getting distracted. Shh. Okay, so since you are joining, some people are joining us from Windows, I'm gonna quickly run you all through how you can install Linux on your Windows machine too, which is awesome, right? So, yeah, have you all heard about VirtualBox? If yes, that's the way we are going to install Linux on Windows. So, first things first, we have to install VirtualBox, and then here are the steps right on the slides. So you can see that first we have to install open VirtualBox, and then we have to create a new virtual machine, which is like creating a small machine which is not exactly installing OS, but we are creating a separate, uh, what you call it, How most of the peeps are using Windows. Yeah. So virtual machines are like just like creating a machine, but it will be something different from what you are using on your OS. So you can just log on to your virtual machine, and then you can create a virtual machine, name it something, have type Linux, then version. For this, also you have to download the Ubuntu ISO file, which will be available on the Ubuntu's website or any other OS you want to use. So you can download that, and then you have to give the memory size high specs. Not really, but you should have some enough memory in your computer. So we give it some memory size. Let's say your computer has some 1000 MB, no 1000 GB, and then you allocate some memory to the Ubuntu partition which you're gonna create, and then you will be selecting a hard disk. It will be on your hard disk, but you have to create that some memory partition for that. So you will be creating one hard disk for Ubuntu separately, and then you will be selecting virtual box disk image, so that that disk image will be installed on the virtual box. And then you have to allocate a dynamically allocated hard disk size, and then we have the Ubuntu file. Please select the type virtual hard disk, and then we have to put the hard disk size again, file location, so like where it will be stored and what size will it that be, and you will see that Ubuntu is created. That virtual machine is created. So you can see that it's powered off right now, but you can just click start, and then you will see that select. If you see this screen, then you have to just select the location of the folder. So you can just say that Ubuntu ISO image, and then you can hit start, and there you go. You have the setup screen, which normally appears when you do it by burning a disk or USB, and you can just start installing Ubuntu right from there. Okay, a tip from Cavalier, I'm gonna highlight it. So nowadays Windows comes with something called WSL. You can definitely explore that and get Linux experience inside Windows without lot of computer resources. Amazing. Yeah, definitely. You will need a little bit more if you like have a really small resource laptop, but yeah, it's not that difficult to do it. All right. Now you have Ubuntu in your VM right now. There is no live boot option. What? Yeah, you can do it live booting. So I have my pen drive right here. So once you plug this in your computer, you download the ISO file, and you can use the tool called Rufus, or yeah, for Windows you can download Rufus. If you are on Linux already and you want to try Ubuntu or any other OS, you can try Belina Etcher, something like that. And there are some other tools like gparted or startup disk, and then you can just plug this USB in, select the OS, select the drive, and click start. This will boot your USB, and then you will be like just plug in. You can select like F12 key, and you will be seeing all the OS, and this won't be installing on your computer when you are doing this, like booting live booting a pen drive. That won't install unless you tell your computer to install it, obviously. uh yeah. Yep, you should, if you have never tried using Linux, then you should definitely try it because it is super cool. And I'm gonna tell you some super cool things at the end of the stream. Spoiler alert. Okay, Now, moving on to the next topic, we have terminal. So, I think you have terminals on your Windows too. So, you can open up your window terminal and see how it looks. And I'll open mine. Share screen. Wait, how do I share a terminal? Okay, gotcha. So you can see my terminal. No, you can't. Wait, I gotta remove. I gotta add. Yep. So this is how a Linux terminal looks. I am on L Ubuntu right now, which is light Ubuntu, something like that, which is LXDE. So basically, this is very resource friendly and doesn't use many of your computer resources. So this is how the terminal looks, and we will be trying some things on the terminal. And before that, let me tell you a little bit more about it first. So basically, uh, there is uh, something called shell in your Linux kernel. So how it goes is, this is your hardware, and on the hardware there is kernel, and then um, on the kernel there is a shell. So shell is the layer from which you can interact to the kernel, right? And after about the shell, there is applications which we basically use. Is Will here too? I'm not sure. Ah, yeah, where was I? Hardware, the first thing. Then later comes on the kernel, which is the Linux kernel, and shell. So you can see that shell sends the commands to the OS, and OS sends it back to the shell. So this is how we interact with the kernel. Oops. This is how we interact with the kernel, which is basically where our Linux resides, and shell is the uh, in between for our users to connect with the kernel. So where were we? Yeah, so terminal, right? Yep. So there are different kinds of terminals. In Windows, you will see putty or Windows terminal, sorry, command line or something like that. And we have different types of terminals for Linux too. First thing is GNOME terminal. Second is, yeah, now we are getting into good things. So there are different kinds of terminals. I have terminal, wait, yeah, I have Q terminal. So this is different based on the distributions, and Apple has iTerm. So there are different kinds of terminals, and all of these terminals which helps us to emulate a CLI Linux system shell inside a GUI Linux system shell. PowerShell in Windows, yes, right. It's been so long that I use Windows that I forgot now. So yes, uh, what all operations are performed by kernel, and what all operations we can perform using terminals. First is we can see all the commands, and we can do file management. We can do a lot of stuff with terminal, which I'll slowly get into it. Okay, give me a second. Let me pull on my terminal. Okay, so Linux has different kinds of shells such as bash and ZSH. CMD in Windows is a shell or terminal. Hmm. It's a terminal. See, terminal makes you connect to the shell. So you won't be seeing the shell, but you can write something in the terminal which you see in the GUI, which is graphical user interface, and it connects you to the shell. So in Linux, we have bash and ZSH. So each feature set has different things and how commands are done there. But we will be using ZSH today. So that is a default terminal at like many in Linux distributions like Ubuntu, Fedora, RHEL. Most of those use bash. But you can install ZSH and customize it. So you can also install, even if they have provided you the default shell, you can still install it. So first things first, we will see how the breakdown of this works. So you can see that there is my name, again my name, and there's something 81 empty. You don't understand any of it, but that's okay. So we will see that the first thing here highlighted in green is my username, and this is the host name, which is karuna slash 81 empty. This is the host name, and we are in bash, so this is the current one. This is the prompt symbol. So first we will be seeing two things. Let me go ahead. Yes, so if you are in the root, you will see that var slash log slash, so that is directory, that is the root directory you are in. Nope. Now we will be seeing some commands. So there are different types of commands you can use in a Linux terminal. There are commands with arguments and without options. So let's say you do some command, but you put a hyphen in front of that and add something. So that will perform a different command. But if you don't add it, there's a different command and output coming out. So we will see few of the commands. First thing is we will do ls. So what did that give me? It shows all of the current like directories. So all the files which I have currently, documents, music, templates, desktop, downloads, pictures, usually anything on my like in the file system. Okay, so there are commands with arguments, and we will see how we can change. So currently we are on like on the current uh, we are in no folders right now, right? This is just the command prompt we are in. So we will be changing our directory using cd, and I will be going to downloads. So you can see that first I am not nowhere here, but I will be changing my position from here to downloads folder. Oops, what happened? Oh, do I have to wait? Okay, that was it. Sorry. Yeah. So when you do CD downloads, you are now in the download folder, and this is what you see right now. So this highlighted in blue shows that you are in this folder. Now you have to come back. You can do cd dot dot and you are out of it. So this is without arguments, right? Now we will see with options. So let's do ls and minus l. No, it's not. Okay. So this includes some additional information when you do -l. So it gives you all of these additional information which we haven't seen lately. So here, where you have seen doing with ls, you get only the names of the files which you have, files and folders. And here you will see that there are some additional information. Cool stuff, right? Also, we can do one more thing. Wait, we can do ls la la/home, and let's see what it gives. So what did it give me? That there are these things in my home directory. So here the home is the argument. So whatever do you do /home, this is the option. Hyphen ones are the options and the later ones are the arguments. So we can also do few more things. I'm gonna say we can view environment variables. So we can do env and we get a lot of things here. So these things are like the path variables, the path environment variables, and yeah, so R shell, bin/bash. So all of these gets us the envs of each and everything. You can also view the value of a variable by doing echo. Oops, where did that key go? Oh, slash path, no, $path. You can see that here we are a, so user/local and all of this. Also you can see home. Oops, I think there's nothing in home, so I did not get any output. Also you can set your own environment variables in this whenever you need. So sometimes whenever you install something in Linux, it also like change paths. So sometimes when you install some Python or some applications in it, so it stores itself to some wrong path, right? So what you can do using command line is you can change the path of the application so that it does not throw error and it stays in the like specific path where it is designed to. So all right, that's something for our tutorial of terminal, and now we will be looking into Linux file system. Let's see the comments. Bash is not a keyword. Yeah, so we got answer from Abhi. All right. So here's the thing which I did cd, right? When I jumped from one directory to other, we will be doing a lot more like that in this. So first things first, to follow this file management thing, you will need a Ubuntu or any Linux server, and then you will need a terminal. This is what all you need, and we will be navigating and exploring all the commands where you can do more stuff with it. So let's see, let's go back to terminal. So let's find out where we currently are with the pwd command. So pwd, what it does is just shows us where we are. As we can see that I am at home slash Karuna. So I am currently in no folder slash files. I'm just on my home thing, home directory. So here the home directory is named after the username. You can see that here's my username and here's the home directory, and usually represented by slashes. So wherever you see directories, that slash slash slash. Uh, Now we will be looking at the contents inside of it. We can do cd slash user, oops, share, and we will do pwd. Now we are in user slash share. We have jumped from there to here. Okay. Now we will do ls again. Oof, lot of things on terminal. What do we see? So we can see that there are many items in this directory. You can also add some optional flags like we did earlier, and I will be doing that. ls hyphen l. Oop, there we go. A lot more information than what we got previously. I'm not going to be scrolling all the way up. So once you see that the uh, first thing, the first block here is D. So it describes that D is the item is in a directory. So it is a D describes that it is an item in a directory, and if you see hyphens, it is a normal file and have permissions. And to get a listing of all files, including all the hidden files. So see, I will do this thing in 1 second. I will do this thing in my file, yeah, in my file manager, which is not the terminal. Let me show. Okay, so you can see, oh, you can't. Yeah, now you can see that this is like the normal file system which we see in Windows or anywhere. So you can see that the same files and folders which we got in terminal present, the desktop, documents, downloads, music. Okay, now what we can do is I will do one small thing here and bring out all the hidden files. Did you see? What did we get? It's like a magic, right? I click one button and I got all these hidden files with dot. So the files and folders with dot are usually hidden and not showed to us like these, the blue ones. So we will be doing that in terminal now. Let me close that. Yeah. Now what we will be doing is we will do cd. Now we are back to our home for home directory, and now I will be doing ls hyphen a. So this will bring out all the hidden files. You can't see, I guess. Wait. I keep forgetting to share my screen. Okay, so what I did is I put cd so that we are out of this user slash share. and we are in our home directory. And now, as I brought the hidden folders by doing Control H in the file system, now I'm going to be doing that here in the terminal. So you will see all the hidden files. See the same things which we saw in the file manager. The dot files are always hidden and these are not shown anywhere. Now you put ls and a minus a in front of it. Now you will see all of these. Cool, right? So you can see that there are some files which have dots and dots which are special indicators. So configuration files, so these, some of these dot configs are like hidden files, and dot and double dot entries are not directories, only these which don't have dots, the blue ones. Dot local is again not a directory which is hidden. Dot profile is again not a directory which is hidden. And we can do a lot of these and find out which files are hidden. Let's say you might need to find a file but you might have a dot in front of it, so it's hidden. Let me do one thing and show you. You just joined and what is some hacker stuff? No, it's not hacker stuff, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I am telling them about how we can see hidden files in terminal. Okay, so I have done Control H, right? So now what I will do is I will create a new folder here with a dot, and let's see if it gets hidden. Hide. I'm gonna name it hide with dot. Okay, it's there. You can see it. Now I'm gonna put Control H and see if it really hides. Now, do you see that file? You don't, right? It's hidden. Now let's go back to terminal. Yeah, I'm just sharing my terminal. Just a second. Oh, was that not shared? I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm sharing so many screens right now, so please bear with me. No, this is not it. Wait. Yeah, this was it, right? So what I did was I created a new folder. You can do this for fun too. Now I'm writing it as hide. You can see that there's a dot in front of it. I'm gonna click OK. And you don't see it here normally. Since there is a dot, the folder is not visible here. Now, I'm going to find that folder. I'm going to find you folder. Okay, share. Okay, so what we can do is we can run the command again. And let's see if, yes, there we go. I found it. There is a dot hide folder. There are two, actually I created two because you could not see I created one more, so there are two hide folders. Cool, right? So you can hide any folder like that just by adding a dot in front of it. Okay, so now that we have done this, we will be moving around with the around the file system with the cd command now. You have seen few use cases where I have used cd, but we will be doing it more. So cd slash user slash share. And now we are in user. So we have provided an path for the Linux to see that I want to go here. Now if I do cd, and I can also do cd, let's try if I can do dot hide. Yes, we are also in dot hide folder. So you can also do it for your dot folders without slashes. So these are non-hidden directories, so we can go there. These are the hidden directories, but we can still go there. We can do cd local. Oops. The cool thing is you can just press the arrow up, arrow down buttons to see the previous commands in the terminal and click, so that you don't have to type in your commands all over again. You can also move multiple directory levels with relative paths by providing the position of the path that comes after the current directory's path. So I'm going to do here cden slash lc. I'm going to this directory. So if you see that now we are in pretty multiple directories, so many inside user there is share, inside share local, inside that en, inside lc messages. Now we want to go all the way back up, so we will be doing cd2 dot 2 dot, and this will be going back one directory. So you can see all one directory is disappearing. So you can see first cd we came back from lc messages to en to local. Now I'm going to do again. Now user, and we are almost there. Oh, we are there. So we can also view files. So first things we will do is the command for that. We will open up the etc slash services file. So we will do less etc slash services. See, the file is opened up. So these are all the services and etc written here. Now I can do output. Sorry. Now we can do just control. Wait, control. Oops. Oh, there's a lot more here going on. I need to scroll all the way down. I think. Oh, control B actually. Control B. Yeah. So control B could be the page up button, and control F. Yeah, control B is the page up button, control F is the page down button, and we will be doing, wait, I'll be closing this up. 1 second. I need to open it again. Okay. So also we can create, we can manipulate our files. How we are going to do is first we will create one file using the touch command. So once you use the touch command, uh, you can just type in the file name, let's say gsw, and now we'll do ls, and there's a file called gsw here. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what I did is I closed the file which we opened with in the back previous one. So and now we are going to looking into how to create files and manipulate them. So what I did was use this command touch and enter the file name gsw. It could be anything. Usually you can just do gsw.txt and it will still create. We will do ls. Now you can see that there is gsw.txt. You can create any file using the touch command. And now we will do touch slash home slash slash home. You can create multiple files with it in the different folders. So I'm going to create one more file. Okay, now we will do ls and see what happened. Okay, so what I did was use touch and I put in my home directory, which is slash home slash karuna. It could be anything for you. This will be your username most probably. You will have a home directory here, and after that you will add a slash and this will be your file name. I have write file and I have written gsw yay. So you will see that that is created here when you do an ls command and find out that it's here. Let's try creating a hidden file. I'm trying to do it as dot. Ooh, we can't create. Okay. So we got to know that we can create the dot files here using touch, I guess. But we can create one directory. So we going to create mkdir. Mk is short form for make and dir is for directory. And I'm going to name it as gsw linux. I forgot to put a space. Shit. Mkdir, oops, space gsw linux. Now mkdir. I'm going to create another one inside of gsw linux. So I'm going to add this name and I'm going to put a slash and I will say I said rickroll. Now let's see what is there inside. We we will be going inside. Okay, we are inside GSW Linux, and let's say if we have the Rickroll folder, I'm going to do ls, and there it is. We have the Rickroll folder which we created. So you can create multiple folders at the same time just by doing slash 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 and using the mkdir command. We will also be doing, let me come back. So let's try with some other option. Mkdir, let's see what minus p does. I'm going to do. Okay. Uh, so the P option, this allows you to create nested directories in one step. So like here, what I did was I did the two-step method, right? First I created GSW Linux, then I created the GSW Linux slash rickroll. This took me 2 steps. Now what I will do is I have added minus p slash p. So this will help me to create multiple directories at once. So I can do some other directories. Let's see if we can go inside it. Cd some, cd other, and I'll do ls now. And see, we have all these folders available all at once. So just add minus p and we have everything done. Cool stuff. Also, now I'm going to come back. Okay. We can move or rename files and directories with just one command. Curious how? Let's see. I'm going to do mp file gsw test. Ooh, wait. Okay, okay. The file I created was not this. It was gsw. So this is the file, right? The one which I created above. You can see this one. And now I have put the command mv gsw, which is the current file name, and this should be the file name which you want to convert it to. Now let's try ls and see if it converted. See, yeah, here's the test. So I renamed my gsw file here to test. Cool, right? You don't have to go to your folder, click rename and type in so much boring stuff. This looks like a hacker doing some work, right? So so you can do this, and you can also do mv test testing. So what this will do? So this changed test to testing. So this won't throw you an error. Um, Sorry. Yeah, the shell. If you are actually doing it on a shell and renaming some files, then the terminal won't throw you some error saying that hey, you are going to overwrite it. But if you are doing it in file system, then it will throw you an error. Sometimes you will just like, let me do it. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I will just do take another file. I took FIEE, which is another file, and I'm also going to rename it as testing. This won't throw me an error. And now I'll do ls. There will be probably two testing files. Nope. Yeah, it overwrote it, but it did not throw me an error. See, there's just one testing file, and this one is gone, the FIE one, and it overwrote it. It did not throw me an error. But if I go and do it in a file system, it will definitely throw me an error saying that do you want to overwrite it and all. Now, cool stuff. Now we can also copy files and directories with one command. Everything with one. No Linux jokes. Yeah, I'm going to coming to Linux jokes really fast. First things we will do is cp gsw.text txt, and I want to copy it to a new file called ghwd. Now this file will be copied. If I have something inside it, the content will be copied to this new file ghwd. And we can also do something like this. So this will create a new copy of uh, GSW and place it inside the again directory. So this sum here is called the directory. Since we put the R flag, this stands for recursive, and it copies the whole directory and all the directories contents of course. So when you don't have the R flag, it just copies the file which you told them to, like gsw.txt will get copied in a new file since you already have it. If you don't want to copy in a new file and you want it to copy in a file which already exists, you can also do that by replacing the name to the file which already exists. So all the content of this file will get copied here. And since you have added R, this is recursive and this is the folder, so all the directories will get copied too. And we can also remove, now that we have created so many useless files, we can also remove all the files and directories with rm and rmdir. Mm, And note, be extremely careful when you are using any command like this, because there is no undo when you do stuff on terminal. There is undo when you do stuff on VS Code or normally anywhere, or you can just go through your trash bin and see when you are doing it through your GUI. Yeah. So first we will do rm ghw.txt, and let's see what it does. Now we will see ls, and there is no gsw.txt anymore. And now I am going to remove uh, some directory, rmdir. Which one should I remove? I can remove again. Oops. Rmdir ghw linux directory not empty. Why? Okay, let's see why it is not empty. cd ghw linux ls. Okay, there was rickroll, that's why it was not doing it. So we can do rmdir ghw linux slash rickroll. eh, what is okay, so I think we have to do, yeah, to remove this because this is empty. I'm going to do r, since yeah, this is empty, so I'm going to do rmdir minus r again. No, wait, it's rm. Why is it not happening? Okay, I am in wrong directory. Shit. Okay. Now it should be gone. It's gone. And I'm also going to remove GHW Linux. It should be gone now. It's gone. So yeah, this is how you do it. And also you can edit some files. You can say like nano ghwd. See, this opened my ghw file, and now you can write anything, say hello world. You can edit, you can where is shows which line is, something like that, and then you can just say control x. It will ask you if you want to save it. You will click yes, and File name, you should keep it as it is. You can just put up enter and that's it. Done. So you don't have to open up any text editor or anything like that. Now you can see the contents of the file using less dhwd. Now you see that what does nano do? It opens up your file and you can edit it right in your terminal. So you can see that now I have shown one command. Oops. What happened? I'm gonna close it, open again. Ah, where did it go? There it is. Yeah. Now we have learned how to edit files, see how we can move through directories, how we can create directories, how we can delete directories, how we can delete files, and all the terminal cool stuff is now done. Congratulations, we have finished our terminal tutorial. And these are some basic Linux commands. You can just take a screenshot of it if you want to, which we already tried. So some of these which we did not try because I was trying just to like navigate through stuff, but yeah, you can try these out. And you can take a screenshot here. These are also like shows what all when we did that minus L flag to ls, right? So it showed us a little bit more information about it. So that's what you can see, that this is what all it represents. Take a screenshot, try it out. Also, now coming to the fun part. Hmm, yeah. Now, as I said, in my announcement and in the start of the stream, we will be discussing some Linux jokes. I said sudo because that's what Linux follows. Yeah, I have root privileges, I can do anything. So I'm going to do that. First thing, you can try if you are on Linux. First thing I'll do is sudo apt install sl. Okay, it's already installed. Now I'm going to try sl. Cool stuff. You can see that there's a train going on. And you can also see this one, sudo apt install fortune. Oh, I did not type. Where did I type? I can't see. Yeah. Now I'm going to install it. I'm going to continue. Why is it so slow? Okay, now it's done. Now I'm going to type fortune and let's see what it does for us. Your aim is high and your aim is high and to the right. Let's try again. So it gives us random fortune cookies type of thing. Pretty cool. One of the most striking differences between a cat and a lie is that cat has only 9 lives. Wow. Huh. Also, this one we don't need to install, I guess. So I'm going to try rev, and now I'll be typing 123. It reverses everything I try. I'm going to type a name. Let's see who's the active hacker here. I'm gonna type their name and give them a shout out. I'm trying dead nuggy. Okay, let's try Manvesh. Nice. Also, there's another cool thing in Linux which you don't have to install. Okay, let's try a few more. I'm getting so many requests. Okay, Ashish, Anudhyan. Pretty cool stuff if you want to try and do it on your own Linux machine. I'll see, like, let's see who installs Linux for these funny things. That would be crazy. And you can also try factors right from your terminal. Factor of 5. Factor of 65. See, you can almost get everything from there. And you can do this too for I and 1, oops, 1 to 12. Do for J in SEQ1 dollar I. This will be really cool. Do echo mm, and E. Um, yeah, I'm gonna type some characters. A dollar J equals to dollar bracket I into J bracket close slash T. This is some hacking I'm doing. Please don't follow me. Hacker is busy. I'm gonna hack all of you. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna give up because this is so long. Uh, it did not. It did not work. Oh shit. It did not work. I think I need to do something through it, which I missed it. Okay. We will try one more before we close the stream because I think I have given way too much time. Install Causeway. Did you hack Wi-Fi? Uh, no. Oh, it's Kose. It's Kause. I did not hack Wi-Fi. I have Wi-Fi at home. Okay. Now we can make the cow say anything. Cow say, I love GHW. Cow say, This is me who failed your script. Oh, was it you? Okay. Okay, we can also do this. Wait. We can combine two commands. See, we installed fortune, right? Now we can do fortune and we can mix it with cow. Say, pretty cool. We can do one more thing. Think twice before speaking, but don't say think, click, click. See, we combined two of the commands. Oh, we can do one more thing. Let's try this one. And I promise I'm going to I'm going to end the stream after this. apt install x say let this work please. Hacking, major league hacking, definitely hacking. Okay, x say. Oh, did you see that? Is it visible or not? I'm not sure. Was it visible? No, it is not visible. Oh, I need to share my whole screen. Let me do that. 1 second. No, you couldn't see. I need to share the whole screen. Okay, कोई ना. Wait. Okay, let me add. Okay, now I'll do it one more time. Is it visible? Ah, why is it not visible? Let's try. Let me try opening one more window here. I can't see the comments now, but I'll try. Let's try. Was it visible? Yay! Awesome. Let me try one more thing. X cow slash fortune. Let's see if it does it. I think it does not. Oh, it's fortune and cow say. You will be awarded a medal for disregarding safety and saving someone. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to remove it. Alrighty, that's all for today, folks. If you have any doubts, please, um, please, you can tag me in the chat. You can reach out to via Twitter. I'm available everywhere. So, yep. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope you had fun. What distro are you using? I'm using Ubuntu. You need the slides? Okay, I'll be sharing the slides in the chat, I guess. Yeah. I'll edit my GSW announcement. I'll just paste it there. You can take a reference from there. All right, folks, thanks for joining, everyone. Hope you had fun and hope I see you all using Linux and rickrolling people again. Yeah. So if you loved the session, please take a screenshot, tag me, tag MLH, you know my handles. It's Starlight Tone. All right, folks, have a great day. Thank you.